Hello, everybody. Thank you for attending Huawei Connect 2020 Philippines. Due to COVID-19, leading cancellation of all on-ground event, however, we believe it prepared all the industry for digital and intelligent transformation. Today, we will be introducing ICT solutions that more suitable for the Philippine market. We will be showcasing advanced ICT technologies, products, and solutions, give you an insider's look at the fruit of joint innovation, and share best practices in digital transformation. Now, let's welcome Ms. Sylvia Wang, the President of Cloud and AI Business Group, Huawei Philippines, who will be delivering the welcome speech.
Hello, everyone. This is Sylvia Wang from Huawei, and I'm in charge of the Cloud and AI Business Group in Philippines now. So firstly, welcome to the Huawei Cloud and AI Summit 2020 in Philippines. Thanks for your time and thanks for coming. I think 2020 is really a special and impressive year for most of us, which full of changing and full of surprise. Due to this COVID-19, a lot of things in our life have been changed, like our working ways, our studying ways, and even just the daily communication ways. More and more cloud and online methods are taking place of the traditional face-to-face activities. It's difficult. It's difficult for most of us to facing to this challenge, and also difficult for us to changing ourselves from the traditional life which we already got used to for such a long time. But coins have both sides. This suffering may also make us realize that how precious our normal life is and how much we want to treasure that. I think this will also make us and give us more courage, determination, and enthusiasm to get over that and rebuild a better life with the power of technology. We trust we can, as we know that we have to. I think that's probably also one of the reasons why that we are here today. And in the coming hours, I hope you will really enjoy a memorable technology journey with our experts. And before that, please allow me to give you a quick introduction about Huawei's structure and also our cloud and AI business scope and vision. So Huawei established the Cloud and AI Business Group in early 2020, where it will work together with the other three business groups, Carrier BG, Enterprise BG, and Consumer BG. All these four business groups gonna work together and to serve all the global carriers, government institutions, corporations, and billions of individual consumers. And to support Huawei's vision that bring digital to every person, home, and corporation for a fully connected, intelligent world. Huawei will fully contribute our capabilities on the cloud, connectivity, and device to make the cities, industries, and also enterprises smarter and intelligent. And we trust that this kind of combination of cloud, AI, 5G, and IoT is going to produce a tremendous synergy power, where cloud as the foundation to support everything, and AI to make all the things intelligent, 5G to provide the ultra reliable and low latency and high bandwidth connectivity, then IoT to provide the virtual immersion and interaction. This kind of combination of these technologies will definitely enable countless possibilities in very near future, like smart homes, smart offices, smart manufacturing, smart cities, and even just AI, remote AI, Medicare. All this are just around the corner. And to really making these possibilities into real, Huawei Cloud and AI also create an industrial layout, which we call that one cloud and two wings. We're gonna build a real open industrial ecosystem, just like this airplane. So these two wings here refers to the computing and data storage intelligent vision. On the computing part, we will provide diverse computing power for the client, edge, and cloud. And then in the field of data storage and intelligent vision, we will also innovate on the collection, storage, and management of data, and focus on the full life cycle of data to really optimize the cost and maximize the value of the data per bit. Then one cloud part that, of course, is reference to the Huawei cloud, which through full stack innovation will provide a real safe and reliable hybrid cloud. And we trust that this definitely will becomes to be a land for our partner to develop and provide the inclusive services to all over the world. All besides this, we will also enable a multitudinous partners to form their open industrial ecosystem. So above all, to conclude, here our Huawei Philippines will focus on to making all these possibilities into real in Philippines with all our partners here, from telco operators, from enterprise channels, and also from the cloud and AI technology partners. We want to work together with all of you, use the power of technology to really support a better and digital Philippines. We want to make the technical not only technical, but a real life. That's what we say, technical for all and cloud for good. That's it. Thanks for your time again, and I hope you will really enjoy the summit today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sylvia Wong, for your interesting sharing and insights. Now, we know Huawei Cloud and AI strategies and business development in Philippine market. Next, let's welcome Dr. William Lee, Research Director of IDC APAC. He will be delivering the topic of From Crisis to Recovery, Enabling Business Resilience with Cloud, AI, and 5G.
Good day everyone, I'm William from IDC. Today I'd like to talk about how organizations transition from crisis to recovery, how cloud, AI, and 5G can help organizations enable business resiliency. COVID-19 have triggered a major slowdown in global economy. So IDC have come out with a crisis to enterprise recovery framework, as you can see on the chart here, to show how organizations transit from stage 1 to the final stage, which is future enterprise. So in stage 1, business continuity, organizations are basically looking at investment and implementation of BCP, keeping the lights on. And in stage 2, they'll be more cautious about cost saving and management. Focus will be pretty much on return on investment. And then, as they get into that recession cycle, businesses will be more focused on operation resilience, looking into remote work, relocation, and as well as driving their digital businesses through online channels. And then once they come out of it into targeted investment, which is stage 4, the investment focus will be pretty much on how to drive digital transformation to generate growth. So things will be looking at will be big data analytics, AI, ML, as well as IoT. And then as they get towards future enterprise, organization will be looking into how do they prioritize innovation, looking into new business model and a digital first strategy. So through the research itself, as of August 2020, IDC estimated about half of Philippine organizations are already in the returning to growth stage. But a much more daunting challenge is still ahead in the post-COVID era, which is the next normal. So IDC sees that there is an opportunity for organizations to use technology to flatten the curve, as you can see in the diagram there, to seize the crisis, as well as to build resiliency for new opportunities. Digital first will be at the core of business transformation. Organizations should continue to invest and stay digitally fit as well as resilient for the next normal. So IDC looked into the IT investment amidst the pandemic. Our Futurescape shows that by 2024, we are expecting 60% of Asia Pacific organizations to spend 60% of their budget on digital transformation. You can see on the left-hand side, the chart shows that we measure in terms of how much is their budgeted IT spend pre-pandemic, as well as what they actually spend now. So that means the actual versus the budget. You can see that the result shows a mix. Almost 1/3 of them show that there's no impact in terms of how much they intend to spend on IT. On the other one third say that it will be lower than expected, and then the other one third showing that higher than expected. What they actually spend on, I broadly categorize into the traditional IT as well as emerging IT. So let's look into traditional IT itself. So these are looking at non-cloud server, non-cloud storage, network equipment, as well as traditional software. You can see that that reflects pretty much close to the left-hand chart there. We see that ASEAN country itself, at least 40% of them, as including Philippines itself, is reported above average IT spending. So where does this increase in IT spending goes into? That goes into the emerging technology, as you can see here. So I highlighted just 4 of them. One is big data, one is AI, 5G, and cloud. You can see the comparison between traditional IT spend and emerging technology. So close to half of them are actually experiencing increase in IT spending in this 4 technology area going forward. So let's look at the role that cloud play in this disrupted time. Cloud comes with certain benefits, things like high availability, scalability of the resources, as well as public cloud has increasingly become the source of innovation services for things like big data, artificial intelligence, IoT, and collaboration suites. We asked the respondents also, in terms of how does COVID-19 impact their cloud strategy. You can see that more than half of organization says that it does impact their cloud strategy. So where does it impact onto? Let's look at another chart. So we look into just across the whole cloud infra deployment, from off-premise non-cloud to on-premise non-cloud to private cloud hosted and on-premise to public cloud services. You can see that the increase in spending happens at the public cloud layer, especially in SaaS, software as a service, followed by PaaS and IaaS. And you can see that, in terms of non-cloud infra spending, you'll see that in comparison to private and public, it is significantly lesser. That means there's a significant lesser increase in spending in that area. So IDC looks into it that technology can help that recessionary curve. Okay, so there is 4 examples I'd like to discuss today, which happens in Philippines, that how technology has helped to flatten this curve. The first will be in the area of healthcare. So Philippines also have this COVID Kaya. So basically it's for the frontliner in terms of submitting a COVID-19 case report. So this helped to deliver fast and accurate data to the Department of Health in Philippines. Second will be the AI-assist diagnostic tests. Okay, before the vaccine come into play or come into mass production itself, diagnosis of the virus is become very important. So AI can be used to help in the diagnostic test. And this example that I show here have shown that the AI-assist test kit itself are able to produce the result 6 times faster than manual process. So that gives you that every 2 minutes you're able to get the test from the CT scan. Okay, and the accuracy is 98%, which is very good. The third will be actually an app that Singapore is actually already using now. And Singapore government has been also working with Philippine government to actually drive this adoption for this Trace Together app. So basically, it's a contact tracing app. Singapore will be using it to track community cases. Okay, so basically, it's a Bluetooth-enabled application that when you come close proximity with another infected cases, and when that case is being diagnosed that there is a COVID cases, contact tracing become a lot easier through this app. Okay, and it's easier for the government to actually contain the spread within the community. And the fourth will be conversational AI solution. Okay, this is another solutions that is actually being used for user to interact with other user regarding COVID-19 question. So this is pretty much driven by the SDSN youth group in Philippines. So it is an interactive dashboard. Okay, because people are anxious about this current situation. So instead of having human to answer, this is much more of an AI-driven conversational platform, so that information can be shared, not false information, but true information can be consolidated and shared through this platform. So let's look at that strategic shift towards public cloud. Okay, as I mentioned just now itself, public cloud has increasingly become the primary route to access IT innovation, things like AI, machine learning, IoT. So let's look into the public cloud market in Philippines, as you can see here. Not surprising, SaaS is the bigger portion of this market. And Philippines is posting a CAGR about 20%. Okay, this is slightly above average compared to the Asia Pacific region. When we look into public cloud, we got to look into what is a cloud-centric technology infra. So there is 5 components to a cloud-centric technology infra. So the first will be software-defined everything. So basically transforming physical assets into logical assets so that you can easily place and deploy them anywhere you want. Simplify the management of the infra. And then with that itself, you get into heterogeneous computing. Basically, this is more modular distributed infra to bring processing or to bring compute to the edge where the data is created. This will minimize to drive performance and reduce latency. And then with the newer technologies or the newer workload like AI, machine learning, deep learning, we also need a much more memory-driven infrastructure, things like deep learning on GPU instances. So this will be used to compute those data-intensive kind of workloads so they can get the result faster and consume lesser energy. In this environment itself, more and more so you will see vendors themselves started to bundle cloud management platform together with a hyper-converged infra system. This is to drive the consistency in terms of delivery of infra resources to the various deployment options. And finally itself, where we are looking at the cloud market is a hyper-customization that is actually happening. Okay, no longer cloud is offered as a standardized services to the organization. We begin to see a large-scale cloud provider deliver much more industry-focused or industry-specific solutions, configuration to the end customer for delivery. So how do we get ready for the new normal? So enterprise priority, business priority have changed from responding to the crisis to building business resilience. So I've shared with you this enterprise resilient framework. So you can see that there is 6 components that enterprise need to build in order to achieve enterprise resiliency. So the first is to have a resilient infrastructure. So what do you mean by a resilient infrastructure? That is a hybrid and multi-cloud environment to enable the scalability as well as security, okay, that is maintained within the enterprise. The next will be a resilient relationship. The conversational platform is what I've discussed in the case of the SDSN case in Philippines itself. A conversational platform is required to scale that communication and the relationship management between the company and the customer. And then resilient operation, if we get into the IoT space itself, you'll see that enterprises need to integrate their IT and OT, basically the shop floor to the top floor. Okay, so by connecting all the devices, the business as the data and the application together, so that to drive or to align to the customer needs. And the next one will be decision making. How to have a resilient decision making. If decision making is centralized, it become hard to scale. So we need to drive more self-service analytic platform where the end user themselves are able to use the existing data that is available and self-service to get the output that they need. Okay, and then the workforce itself. Okay, telepresence is very common now. If you can see from the school or even the hospital itself, because of the COVID pandemic itself, that is driving this thing here. You will see remote working condition. A lot of companies are using a lot more collaboration suites itself to work online without going into the office and physically going there. Then there's a lot more automation and communication that is required to enable this digital workforce. And finally itself, crisis can be a unique opportunity for organizations to change their path and seize the new opportunity. So being digitally first is very key to come out of this crisis stronger. So let's look into, how organization can develop business resiliency. I've charted out here that, there is a stage investment that enterprise need to make in order to build this capability. So there are 3 stages you can see here. From the first stage is actually, once you have the information itself, The first step that enterprise need to take is how do you synthesize this information? The focus will be a lot more on self-service analytics. Some of the big data platforms that enterprises can look into, to the application like remote learning, some of the crisis analytics you can see. The second stage will be once you are able to synthesize the information, the system itself should be able to learn. Okay, this is where AI, machine learning comes in the collaboration manner. Okay, there will be much more accelerated intelligent automation that is going to happen. Workforce performance become a key thing when there's more and more workforce that is working remotely. Okay, so there is going to be a lot more monitoring in terms of the performance and productivity of this workforce. And finally itself, enterprise must be able to scale fast. That is the agility portion. How do you optimize your resources? How do you move to cloud, which allow you the agility and speed? In terms of AI ops, people are talking about AI ops itself, as well as how do you intelligently manage security? How does the system able to detect any security breaches and patch it up? That is on that analytic aspect of it. Then the journey to cloud itself, how does an organization move towards cloud? All cloud journeys start with virtualization, as you can see in stage 1. And in stage 2, enterprise progress towards a more isolated cloud environment, both on and off premise. And in stage 3, that's what I mentioned before, a hybrid and multi-cloud environment. So you can see from here, by moving from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, enterprise is able to move their business objective from just cost efficiency to quality of service and eventually business agility and resiliency. So you can see that the different stages, what is of focus. Okay, second stage itself, enterprise should look into how do you automate the provisioning of services or assets to the end user. Things like disaster recovery, service cataloging, cost visibility will be important. And in the final stage, when you manage that heterogeneous hybrid and multi-cloud environment, virtual networking, private connection, interconnection, security become a key importance. And how do you manage, which is what I mentioned just now in the cloud-centric infra, you are talking about how do you nest the software together with a HCI system. Enterprise themselves must have a cloud-first strategy moving forward. Finally itself, once you get into the cloud environment itself, how enterprise are actually taking advantage of the cloud. There's a few use case scenario I would like to share with you. First of all, when enterprise get into a cloud infra, it's not 1 or 0. Okay, so they will still have their own existing on-premise infra. Okay, the use of public cloud and on-premise infra is to achieve a best-of-breed infrastructure. There is also tiering and archiving use case here for public cloud, as well as test and development and staging using the public cloud environment. Backup and disaster recovery are no-brainer for organization. Most of it will go with a public cloud offering. Migration, it gets easier now than, if you look at it 5-6 years ago. But the thing is that migrating into a hybrid environment requires a lot more work. So you can see that, there is going to be a growth in terms of managed services, for managed cloud services that's going to happening. And public cloud is very ideal for bursting purposes. That means the unseasonal workload itself. You will see that public cloud is being used to handle that sudden burst in terms of resource consumption required. So here is a few self-discovery questions that enterprise can consider. First, you must look into what are the area and processes you're looking to automating. Second will be some of the regulatory compliance in the area that you need help in. Okay. The third will be having to perform a cloud readiness assessment study to see, are you ready to move and which workload is ready to move. And then the migration strategy itself, you will need a third-party help to do so. And, it's easier to say that, we want to move to a OPEX model. But some enterprise itself, they are not ready in terms of how they budget their IT to serve or to pay for in the utility-based manner. And enterprise must have a long-term plan, a roadmap to look into what they can go into cloud. With that, thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. William Lee. Now we know more about the value of cloud, AI, and 5G, and also the digital transformation trend in Asia-Pacific and Philippine market. Next, let's welcome Mr. Wu Shu-wei, CTO of Huawei Cloud APAC. He will be delivering the topic of Grow with intelligence. Grow with Huawei Cloud.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Wu Shiwei, CTO of Huawei Cloud APAC region. My sharing topic today is Grow with Intelligence, Grow with Huawei Cloud, where I will explain Huawei Cloud's key technology capabilities, some advanced cloud service offerings, followed by our ecosystem solutions, which is one of the most important add value of Huawei Cloud. First of all, I would like to take this chance to give you a very quick introduction about Huawei Cloud. As you may know, Huawei Cloud is the youngest business group among other three business groups, including Consumer BG, who produce consumer devices such as mobile phones, laptops, Carrier BG, which support telcos with advanced technologies such as 5G, and Enterprise BG, who provides end-to-end IT solutions for enterprises. Huawei Cloud is a newcomer to this public cloud market. However, Huawei has been providing cloud services for more than 10 years, mainly as technology service provider to our partners. However, from 2017, we decided to build a global public cloud network with Huawei's own brand, mainly due to the rapid market change. By leveraging the technology experience throughout the last 10 years, we managed to launch 23 regions with 45 available zones in the last 3 years. We also have built 100 plus POPs and 2,500 plus CDN nodes across the globe to enhance our network coverage. In APAC region specifically, excluding mainland China, we have launched Hong Kong, Singapore, and Thailand regions. Malaysia region is planned to launch next month, and more regions are coming. Our target is to become the most well-covered public cloud service provider in APAC region. Revenue-wise, we are ranked number 6 globally, number 3 in China, according to the Gartner's 2019 report. We are ranked number 1 in terms of growth rate among all other cloud service providers. Part of the reason for this rapid growth is because of Huawei's gene of supporting enterprise in the last 30 years. We understand the cloud business is not only about technology, but also about trust and local support. For Huawei Cloud, we have the luxury to leverage existing local support teams across the globe to provide the same level of the excellent support in the last 3 decades to our cloud clients. As for security and compliance, it remains as a top priority for Huawei Cloud. We have obtained 50 plus worldwide well-respected certifications. Most of them are international standards, such as ISO, SOC reports, etc. Some of them are industry-specific, such as PCI DSS. Others are country-specific, such as MTCS in Singapore. We will always be compliant with local authorities whenever we launch a new region in a new country. Now, after the very high-level summary about Huawei Cloud, let's take a little bit deep dive into the technology part. What makes Huawei Cloud thrive in this ever-competitive market? Cloud technology has advanced into 2.0 era, which in my opinion, an enterprise-oriented cloud, compared to 1.0 era, where the focus was born in cloud. As a result, a number of new challenges arise to address the new needs from the enterprise world, such as hybrid multi-cloud adoption, operation and process automation, industry applications for big data and AI, etc. These new challenges are asking the cloud service providers to adapt rapidly and consistently. For Huawei Cloud, through last 8 years, we have developed a unified architecture called Qingtian architecture to deliver continuous evolution of cloud technologies. Here is an overview of Qingtian architecture. Basically, Qingtian architecture provides a unified foundation layer for all Huawei Cloud deployments, as well as the cloud services hosted upon. Regardless it is public cloud, hybrid cloud, or edge cloud, they all adopt the same Qingtian architecture. Qingtian architecture has two key modules. The software-hardware synergy module, which mainly address cloud resource performance and reliability, and the Alkyd Smart Cloud Brain module, which mainly address scheduling efficiency. Let's take a look at the hardware-software synergy module first. In a quick summary, this module contains 5 key features. The high-speed I/O engine, which delivers microseconds performance in terms of storage and network latency. Qingtian Card, which delivers near 100% resource utilization for our clients. Enhanced virtualization delivers complete tenant isolation and zero performance jitter. Diversified compute power allows us to utilize both x86 and ARM-based compute power for most appropriate scenarios. And last, the modularized data center design helps us to improve cloud deployment efficiency by 400% and increase compute density by 300%. With all the 5 features, we are able to achieve extreme performance, reliability, and cost effectiveness compared to other vendors. On the other hand, Alkyd Smart Cloud Brain is a scheduling and coordination system that manages all cloud resources and tasks across different platforms. It supports full domain scheduling across cloud, edge, and device, including central and edge scheduling, edge autonomy and collaboration, and on-demand scheduling in real time. It also has self-learning and optimization capability for continuous improvement. And at last, it is also able to provide intelligent coordination to optimize computer resources usage for different workload. In summary, Alkyd Smart Cloud Brain makes cloud management more intelligent and more efficient. Together with hardware-software synergy module and Alkyd Smart Cloud Brain module, Qingtian architecture provides the foundation support for Huawei Cloud to grow and adopt rapidly and consistently. In the next few slides, I would like to give you some examples of the cloud services that are built upon Qingtian architecture. First one is our container service on bare metal server. Huawei Cloud is one of the first companies that adopt container technologies in China. And we remain as the top technology contributor for Kubernetes community in Asia. Recently, we have launched a new feature which allows our container service to be deployed directly on bare metal servers for much better performance. 30% performance improvement in compute and 40% performance improvement in network. The secret of this performance improvement is the introduction of SDI card, which is a Qingtian card, as I described before. What this SDI card does is to offload all container management workload, leaving the bare metal server to only handle compute workload from client applications. Together with Ola OS, which is an extremely lightweighted OS developed by Huawei, the container service on bare metal server solution delivers the best cost effectiveness to our clients. The second cloud service I would like to talk about is Roma, which provides cross-region, cross-platform integration for enterprises. It has 4 features, which we summarize as A, B, C, D. A for application. Roma allows different applications to integrate with each other through APIs. B for business. Roma supports different enterprises to interact in a secure and efficient manner. C for cloud. Roamer supports multi-cloud integration. And D for devices. Roamer supports a unified platform for IoT devices to integrate. The purpose of Roamer is to support large enterprise to break application and data silos and enhance their digital transformation process, in which Huawei itself has been going through as well. Now, the last cloud service on Qingtian architecture I would like to explain today is our big data platform. The big data platform adopts separation of compute and storage design. What it means is we use Huawei Cloud Object Storage Service, OBS, as a unified data storage layer. OBS supports multiple big data protocols such as HDFS, POSIX, and any S3 compatible protocols. With the multi-protocol support, now you have the option to choose all kinds of big data compute technologies to process the data without any data duplication or movement. You may use Huawei Cloud service such as MapReduce service, Model Arts. You can also use open source or third-party commercial software such as Hadoop, Cloudera, etc. Leveraging Huawei Cloud's ultra-high performance network and flexible architecture design, you can achieve 50% cost reduction and 35% performance improvement in general. Now, I've talked about how Qingtian architecture supports Huawei Cloud's evolution and some of the advanced services. Now, I would like to talk about our ecosystem, because in enterprise cloud era, we need to provide end-to-end solutions to address our clients' needs, where we must leverage support from our ecosystem partners. Here is a big picture of how Huawei Cloud works with ecosystem partners. Basically, we provide the cloud platform, including Qingtian architecture, cloud infrastructure, regardless public, hybrid, or edge deployment, and the IaaS and PaaS services built upon. Our ecosystem partner will provide general or industry-specific solutions to address specific requirements on top of our cloud platform. General solutions including digital operation such as data backups, DR, security, IT system monitoring, etc. Enterprise applications such as SAP, CRM, office automation, etc. And data intelligence such as chatbot, precise marketing, recommendation engine, etc. Industry-specific solutions including e-wallet in finance, online learning management system in education, TMS in logistics, and a lot more. Our ecosystem is a very comprehensive marketplace, providing end-to-end cloud-native solutions from top-rated technology partners all over the world. Next, I would like to invite some of our technology partners to introduce their solutions as an example. The first technology partner is CloudWise. They have developed a comprehensive system for application performance management and IT service monitoring.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay Lee. I'm the Sales Director of CloudWise Technology. CloudWise is your IT operation partner that walks you through the digitalization journey, provides a full suite of tools, solutions, service to support your organization on IT operation and maintenance. Whether working, shopping, banking, or consuming content, today's customer experience is digital and is impacted by all moving parts capable of disrupting your users at any time on different devices, systems, networks around the globe. With more than 10 years of experience, powered by sophisticated artificial intelligence, CloudWise unified monitoring solution provides you unparalleled visibility to your end users' digital experience wherever they are. See how performance impacts your business with end-to-end real-time data, seamless integration with Huawei Cloud and its comprehensive ecosystem, which gives you the strong support to visualize your entire digital service delivery from website, apps, and APIs. What's even better, with instant intelligence detects potential problems earlier, analyze using a variety of billing chart options, metrics, and breakdowns, you can quickly identify the issue and solve faster than ever. And our dynamic alerting with smart thresholds ensures you stay ahead of issues, and every customer has an amazing experience. In the past decade, CloudWise has been supporting more than 300,000 customers across all sorts of industries, including finance, logistics, and transportation, gaming and entertainment, and e-commerce. Come talk to us. See how we can assist you and your company to improve the user digital experience and drive better business outcomes. Thank you.
The second technology partner I would like to invite is Viva. Their office automation solution, based on a mobile platform, has supported many larger enterprises to become more agile, connected, and efficient.
Hello everyone, my name is Jiang Yiheng. I'm the Sales Director of Wafer APAC Business Unit. The workplace is rapidly changing as a result of fast-moving technology development, with more and more aspects of our daily jobs taking place via digital technology instead of face-to-face or paper-based. Especially in the financial industry, being paperless is essential and enterprise mobility is no longer just an option. At Wafer, we offer a solution built on top of Huawei Cloud, which helps organizations to create digital workflows and increase productivity and drive business growth. Wafer's platform features a set of intuitive tools designed to make this transformation journey much easier and faster. Here are some key features. First of all, at the core of the entire solution, the platform provides a robust workflow designer to help your IT teams quickly design and deploy digital workflows. Automated business rules can be built within those workflows for risk and compliance management. Thus, hundreds of decisions can be made daily by the system instead of humans for better efficiency and less errors, while at the same time enforcing your corporate policy and industry regulations. Secondly, we offer an enterprise mobility platform which enables end users to communicate, collaborate, and share from their mobile devices. It helps you streamline the collaboration in between your remote teams and even with external stakeholders such as your customer and supplier. With the out-of-box knowledge module and search capability, all useful documents, processes, and information will be available at your employees' fingertips. Furthermore, we understand that traditional application development just can't meet the requirements of today's fast-moving businesses. Wafer provides a local development engine to accelerate such digital service delivery. It also makes it possible for the citizen developers, those who have a better business domain knowledge but limited programming skills, to build new applications. Beyond time and cost saving, the organization will have a scalable platform which supports continuous innovation and addresses constantly changing business needs. To date, we have worked with more than 1,000 financial service companies, and some of the largest companies in the region are using our platform. Not only does this platform improve process efficiency, there are other underlying values that have been proved through our past implementations. For example, one large insurance company we worked with was able to repurpose 40% of their workforce in a department of 200 as a result of digitalizing their financial shared service processes. Digital collaboration reshapes organization cultures from inside out, not only transforming day-to-day processes, but also the way that leaders approach decision-making. Through digitalization and automation, our platform frees up space, time, and money, creating new opportunities that enable your organization to be ahead of the curve.
The third technology partner I have invited today is 9F, who is a pioneer in inclusive financial service area. Their data-driven risk modeling system helped many underserved people to access financial aids more quickly and easily.
Today, we are the 9F International to introduce you our Intelligent Risk Management Platform, which is cooperation with Huawei Cloud. We are a strategic partner with Huawei Cloud. First of all, what is 9F Group? We are a leading digital financial account platform in China, and our service include online lending, online wealth management, and payment facilitation. We combine our risk management capability together with our cutting-edge technology to provide what we call the tech-enabling services to our 2B business, including banks, financial institutes, and also other institutions. So we provide you a full process intelligent risk control system, which including from the pre-lending approval to the loan management and then at least the loan collection. And in this platform, we provide different data models, including the credit risk control model, anti-fraud model, behavioral model, and also the collection model. And we use different data to construct the scorecard, including 6 dimensions from personal data to transaction data to social data to external credit data, repayment data, and then the credit data. And we also collect this data from a lot of different sources, including the customer input, the device data, and also tracking on the event, and also the external data. And we provide 3 models, including the models using in the application. We call it the A scorecard application model. And for the during the loan management, it's called the B scorecard, is the behavioral model. And if unfortunately go into the overdue, we use it as the collection scorecard, collection model. Our whole intelligent risk management solutions can be implemented on the Huawei Cloud in a very quick time frame. The whole project plan will be in 6 months and implement on the Huawei Cloud with the following advantages. The first one including the securities and compliance with more than 50 worldwide compliance certificates obtained by Huawei Cloud. Another is the scalability of the Huawei Cloud that is highly scalable and support multiple clouds. Last but not the least, Huawei Cloud also provides a full stack of AI and big data facilities that can be used by the solutions seamlessly and can use at any time as you want. Thank you.
The last technology partner I would like to invite today is Wallet. Their solution is to enable banks with light-weighted SaaS payment system to support merchants and consumers globally.
As mobile payment grows in popularity, many banks and financial institutions rush to initiate mobile payment business. Huawei offers expertise in one-stop mobile payment to help create a mobile payment ecosystem. We have experience in over 54 countries and regions, including Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, Middle East, America, Europe, and Australia. Huawei aggregates international and popular payment channels with an integrated payment gateway catered to different scenarios for banks and financial institutions, contributing the expansion of the digital payment acceptance network. Also, we provide a e-wallet system which accommodates high concurrency with supporting multi-currency accounts, cryptocurrency, and cross-border payment. Comprehensive functions as the value-added services, including points, e-coupons, e-gift card, and various vertical solutions cater to different industries, together with the payment infrastructure, offer a comprehensive payment ecosystem solutions. The ecosystem solution that Huawei provides requires secure and compliant cloud service partner with high product scalability and system availability. Huawei Cloud is definitely a chosen partner that Huawei is now closely working with.
As long as I would love to show you a lot more technology partners and their innovative solutions. Because of time constraints, we'll stop here for today. I would like to emphasize our ecosystem strategy here, which are number 1, wide collaboration with Huawei, not just cloud. We can collaborate in cloud, 5G, AI, HMS, and a lot more in full-stack whole scenario model. Huawei will always remain business neutral and trustworthy. Number 2, deep into industry, by leveraging Huawei's industry know-how expert team, end-to-end solution and service capability, so to achieve synergy and deep integration with our partners. And number 3, co-selling. As global connection, joint go-to-market. In summary, Huawei Cloud will continue our global expansion and remain competitive by leveraging our technology advance based on Qingtian architecture. Ecosystem is one of the key success factors for Huawei Cloud. We hope all our partners and clients to grow with intelligence and grow with Huawei Cloud. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Wu Shuwei. Now we have more insights about the latest technologies and ecosystem of Huawei Cloud. Next, let's welcome Mr. Simon Dai, CTO of Intelligent Vision and Intelligent Collaboration Technical Sales, Huawei Technologies Company Limited. He will be delivering the topic of Device Cloud Synergy, leading all scenarios smart office.
Hello, welcome. Looking at video collaboration industry, we are experiencing 3 key technology trends: cloud, ultra-high definition, and intelligent collaborations. Today, enterprises have more choices of the video collaboration services. They want to have the cloud-based services, shorten time to market, unify operation and management, as well as lower TCO. Secondly, coming 5G and H.265 technology deliver super video experience with 4K, 8K, AR, VR, and holographic capability that the business is asking. Thirdly, video conference with intelligent feature have largely improved the video collaboration experience and working efficiency. We have seen functions such as wireless sharing, co-authoring, speaker tracking, handwriting recognition are implemented in major vendors' video solutions, and expecting more to come. As a technology company, Huawei has followed industry trend closely. Just a few months ago, we launched our next generation highly integrated all-in-one smart office solutions Ideal Hub on April 2020. Ideal Hub features smart enterprise meetings room solutions with 5 major capabilities. First, 4K cloud on-premise video conference, smart content projection and sharing, whiteboard collaboration, multimedia, digital signage. Last one, cloud apps integration. The launch is very successful. We have received many positive feedback from our customers and partners so far. Camera, the key component for video conference experience. Ideal Hub is equipped with professional 4K video camera with 1,800 TVL clarity. Its sensors use next-generation image technology to reduce noise and sharpen the image. So in terms of the audio capability, Ideal Hub have an array of the 12 microphones to pick up a human voice in a videos of the 8 meters through the beamforming technology. Basically, it uses algorithm to virtualize a microphone into the multiple one and place each virtual microphone to a speaker. They can be reduced the background noise in a way similar to placing an actual microphone in front of each speaker. In addition, the 12 microphone on the front panel can accurately locate speakers with processing of the half degrees. Imagine 2 persons sitting side by side, 8 meters away. The Ideal Hub is able to distinguish who is speaking and display the speakers in the middle of the screen. So to facilitate interaction with mobile phone and other devices, the Ideal Hub has built-in NFC chip, which enable you to share the content from your mobile phone with one tap. Taking out your phone and tap on the Ideal Hub, then your phone screen will projection on the large screen within the 1 second. With the built-in NFC, Ideal Hub support more interactions between the Ideal Hub and the mobile phone. So to address customer cloud demands, we deploy video conference services on Huawei public cloud. Customers in any size are able to access service and no need to maintain a data center. It is easy and convenient. Allow flexible access of all kinds of devices, including PC, mobile device, and any other meeting terminals from internet anytime, anywhere. The cloud meeting services features many benefits from our customer. First, ultra high definition allow 4K resolution on data sharing and 1080p on video meetings for better experience. So in terms of the meeting stabilities, many advanced video processing algorithms has used to hugely improve the smooth video meeting experience, even in a weak network environment, with 30% package loss concealment on the video and 80% on audio PLC. So the system is designed for easy to use, support click to join, OA integration, as well as many intelligent meeting control features, such as speaker tracking, auto name tag. Last but not least, in responding to enterprise security concerns, a number of end-to-end security mechanisms are implemented on cloud, network, and device level to meet our customer requirement. So by combining with Huawei Ideal Hub offering, the customer will benefit not only HD cloud meeting capability, as well as multi-screen whiteboard collaboration experience. In addition to mainland China, Huawei Cloud Meeting is available in Asia Pacific region now. There are flexible service packages available for either our existing customer or a new user to choose. The customer can visit the Huawei Cloud website and request a free trial or subscribe the services with Ideal Hub. So video conference has become the basic services in all the vertical industry. The application scenarios are emerging as shown on the list. In order to meet our customer demands, Huawei Cloud Meeting provides open SDK, API, and a developer program to support third-party business application integration. So one of the successful case here study is in the education. By leveraging Huawei Ideal Hub Cloud Meeting, and our partners uLearning has developed smart classroom solutions, provide diversified teaching interaction in classroom, improving students' participation and engagement. They record comprehensive interaction data in class. So the solution is given many features and functions to address before, in, and after class activity. For example, by using powerful Ideal Hub, the teachers can prepare the multimedia courseware by link HD video play from the internet. All classroom interaction, activity dynamics can be displayed in real time through the Ideal Hub big screen, and record for performance evaluation later. So some other use case here, Huawei Ideal Hub Cloud Meeting together with uLearning supports smart classroom teaching scenario. So for example, in a typical interactive classroom environment, students interact with teachers and Ideal Hub through the mobile phone, pad, computers in class. The classroom activity are automatically recorded for after-class review, as well as for online courseware development. So another case with Huawei Cloud Meeting support, the multi-point interactive teaching allows multi-campus distant learning. Students can participate in teaching interaction anywhere as if they are in the classroom. So finally, let's congratulations on the Huawei Cloud meeting officially launched in the Asia Pacific region. Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you, Mr. Simon Dai. Now, let's welcome Mr. Jeffrey Zhang, Director of Storage Solution Sales, Huawei Singapore. He will be talking about the topic of unleashing the power of data in intelligent era.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Huawei Connect. I'm Jeffrey Zhang, responsible for Huawei Data Storage Solution Sales. It is my great pleasure and honor to meet you here virtually. We are in the digital economy era now. We think that there are three metrics can help us to measure the strengths of digital economy: the density of connections, the accuracy of computing, and the thickness of data. Data is the core and the new productivities in the digital economy. Today, I'm going to talk about how Huawei builds data-centric capabilities to unleash data value in the digital economy era. In today's world, with new connections such as 5G, Wi-Fi 6, and the applications such as machine learning and AI, the data grows explosively. For example, new technologies like 5G, 8K videos, and the virtual reality will create hundreds of billions of new connections and a 30-fold increase in the data traffic. A digital factory can generate about 1 petabyte of data just in a day, and up to 64 terabytes of data for an L3 self-driving vehicles test. According to 2020 IDC Global Data Sphere forecast, due to the epidemic, and the data volume will reach 59 zettabytes this year and grow 3 times to 175 zettabytes by 2025. Specifically, in manufacturing industry, 2 forces are driving us into the digital economy. The first one, industrial internet and the smart manufacturing. The second one, AI and the big data. Those who can better use data will reap greater economy rewards. Although the value of the information is well understood, unlocking that value is often easier said than done. What are the challenges of using various data types in different scenarios? Do you have a business data strategy to cope with those challenges? Let's discuss that further. Due to the widespread and the rapid development of IT and mobile communication, more and more services are moving from offline to online. Taking banking service as an example, it changed from the car-centric to mobile app-centric. According to a report from the Central Bank of China, there was a 60-fold increase in mobile payment transactions in the past 6 years. In addition, after services are bought online, huge volume of transactions occurred in peak time. One good example was that the transaction volumes on shopping festivals such as 11.11 big sales is 10 times higher than average. The growth of the total and the peak service signals the surge of transactions. The performance of IT infrastructure, which often heavily relies on the performance of data storage system, might become the bottleneck of application service and impacts user experiences. A few seconds delays of transactions would mean loss of business to the competitions. To solve this problem, you have to seriously look into your storage infrastructure. How does the storage system cope with this problem? Go all flash. Firstly, go all flash with storage media, protocol, and architecture to accelerate the storage performance while lowering the latency. Secondly, the connection between storage and the server must be suitable for all-flash technology to fully maximize the performance of all-flash to enable enterprise to easily cope with transaction surge. Huawei OceanStor Dorado V6 all-flash is a flash-native storage system designed for mission-critical services. It is probably the fastest all-flash array on the planet, 30% faster than the nearest competitors in the market. Huawei Dorado V6 employs a next-generation hardware platform with a reliable smart matrix and end-to-end NVMe architecture. 5 Huawei self-developed intelligent chips and a full NVMe SSD optimized with Huawei patented technologies called FlashLink intelligent algorithm delivers the fast and stable performance across the entire life cycle of the data. With no more than 10% performance loss when enabling every value-added feature such as AI-powered data deduplication and compression technology. Second-level continuous protection while impact-free snapshots and active-active DC hypermetro HA solutions. But to our competitors, it is up to 30% performance loss for the industry peers. Additional to the high performance, the Dorado V6 offers high reliability to support mission-critical applications, empowered by an intelligent auto-balancing algorithm and a self-developed convergence network chips and a smart matrix architecture. Dorado V6 is able to tolerate the collective failure of 7 out of 8 controllers without causing any service interruptions. Dorado V6 is an AI-powered intelligent storage with AI chips built inside the storage. It enables the storage to learn from the data it processed, intelligently manage cache with improved predictive cache prefetch algorithm, and discover data similarity and remove the duplication effectively. OceanStor Dorado all-flash storage implements intelligent operation and maintenance throughout its entire life cycle. Highlights of the capability include 60 days predictions for performance and capacity trends, 40 days predictions of disk failures, immediate resolution for 93% of problems located. All this significantly mitigate the business risks, ensures low operating expenditures, and provides smooth user experience. All-flash is the answer to handle the transaction surge. Some of the popular applications in modern data centers include mission-critical applications such as trading, billing, CRM, ERP, manufacturing systems. Virtualization's private clouds, virtual desktop infrastructures is also become the part of the critical infra that demands for high performance and high reliability from all-flash storage systems. Huawei OceanStor Dorado V6 is the best choice for all those kind of applications. With simply changing the traditional storage to Huawei Dorado V6 intelligent storage, customer is able to improve the business transaction time by up to 5 times for databases such as Oracle, SAP HANA, etc. Improve efficiency by 97% in virtualized environment. Response time can be shortened by 80% in large VDI deployments, greatly improve on user experience. In short, wherever there is a database, virtualizations, or VDI, Huawei OceanStor Dorado V6 would be the best fit. What are the challenges of emerging services today? Let's look at the autonomous driving cars. Throughout the R&D process, mass data is generated at the collections, analytics, training, simulations, and the verification stage. According to the statistics from the well-known automakers, our vehicle tests may generate 4 terabytes of data every hour, 64 terabytes of data in a day, and L3 self-driving car must go through tests covering at least 20 million kilometers. Generates data will be at the exabyte range. What's more, different autonomous driving systems require different data formats. This means all data must be continuously converted into different formats and imported into different storage systems for processing. Data aggregations create values, but data search need to be handled properly. How to solve the issues of data search with limited storage investments? Huawei believes that cloud-ready storage is an effective solution. It can be implemented from 3 aspects. First, distributed architecture to improve storage capacity. The second, IP-based network to simplify storage networking. Third, pooling constructions to improve resource utilizations. In cloud era, together with 5G and AI emerges, storage solutions to handle massive data with high performance, scalability, reliability, and cost efficiency become an urgent requirement. OceanStor 100D paves the way for mass and diverse data in the intelligent way. Huawei OceanStor 100D is the industry's first distributed storage that supports convergence of 5 data protocols: block, file, object, HDFS for big data and analytics, and the databases. It is based on the general purpose hardware platform, builds storage resources pool featuring high performance, elastic scalabilities, and openness. Huawei OceanStor 100D offers best-in-class performance of 140,000 IOPS per node at a consistent latency of 1 millisecond, with key technologies such as FlashLink and the AI Fabric lossless network. Each OceanStor 100D cluster can support between 3 to 4,096 nodes to allow for on-demand and elastic scalability with a linear increase of performance and capacity. Meanwhile, elastic erasure coding (EC) offers up to 91.6% of these utilizations. Dynamic deduplication and compression provides even higher availability and efficiency. One of the key highlights of OceanStor 100D is its ultimate capacity designs of massive data. It is industry first 1U for 24 disks, 2.4 petabyte capacity in just 5U enclosures, 2.6 times more dense than the competitors, reduce the customer footprints by up to 62.5%. OceanStor 100D uses end-to-end reliability assurance approaches at the I/O device systems data center level to offer high availability storage service for complex enterprise applications. Specifically, it supports end-to-end data integrity checks and self-healing. It provides a comprehensive sub-health detections and self-healing for disk, nodes, and networks. OceanStor 100D is the best choice for handling massive data for various application scenarios. Specifically, deploy OceanStor 100D with private clouds or simply virtualization supports ultra-large VM deployments. When deployed with Hadoop Analytic Platform, it enables storage compute separations, implementing elastic computing and storage scaling. EC technology achieves higher utilization than the traditional Hadoop tree-copy technologies. For HPC use case, OceanStor 100D meets the requirements for high bandwidth and the intensive IOPS requirements. Cold and hot data can be stored together. Additionally, OceanStor 100D supports backup and archival scenarios, enables customers for on-demand purchase and elastic expansion. In summary, OceanStor 100D brings the following benefit to customers to handle the massive data: highly scalable, elastic, high performance, and reliability. Multi-protocol convergence, TCO reductions by 40% compared with the traditional solution. Storage space poolings and on-demand expansions reduce the initial investments, zero data migration, and the simpler O&M. The production business system is facing the performance impact of the big data surge, and the emerging business system is facing the capacity impact of the big data flow. In order to meet the needs of different business phases, data is consistently in different states of hot, warm, and cold. The data is also consistently flowing at the different locations of the edge, centers, and the cloud. The data system has become a big data system. Every business change will put forward a series of requirements for data storage. Each storage change takes several hours to process. 80% of the energy of IT administrators is spent on dealing with daily changes, and it is even more frantic when the failure occurs. According to Huawei's statistic on traditional data centers, each storage administrator can only manage 1 to 2 petabytes of storage on average. However, with the current explosive growth of data, the conflicts between the massive growth of the data and the limited storage management manpower has become increasingly prominent. Big system is a huge challenge for every CIOs. As mentioned in the previous slides, the service systems are grappling with transactions and data search. To meet the requirements of service in different phases, the storage system administrators may set up many small systems and ensure hot, warm, and cold data can flow among the edge, center, and the cloud. This leads to a bulky, big system with complex management. The management and O&M of storage system must go intelligent. Huawei advocates the 3 layers of AI technologies, architectures for intelligent management, and O&M. We use AI on the cloud as a brain for model training. Adopt AI in data center as a controller to perform device operations, and use AI in device to provide a massive fault mode libraries. The 3 AI layers associate with each other for an autonomous driving data infrastructures and can implement unattended, autonomous closed loops. Today, to cope with this transaction and the data search of new services and better manage the big data systems, we introduce Huawei Intelligent Data Infrastructure featuring all flash, all clouds, and all intelligence to unlock the value of the data. Huawei Storage is servicing more than 12,000 customers globally. The closer one to us is a large Singapore local bank. Before engaging Huawei, customer storage system was overloaded. It could not keep pace with the business growth. The system reliability, performance were both the bottlenecks. The customer experience was impacted. During the POC, Huawei Ocean Store Dorado V6 delivered very high and a stable performance. It is 30% better than the competitors. 44:1 data deduplication and the compression ratio simply blows the customer off. On the reliability front, customer is very satisfied with the capability of tolerating 7 failures out of 8 controllers, and the AI-enabled intelligent O&M dramatically improve the storage management experience. Huawei Storage is now being used to support the customer's production systems, such as virtual private clouds, VDIs, with active DC setup. Customer enjoyed up to 70% of TCO savings, zero service risk, managing the storage become much easier than before.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey Zhang. Now, we know more about the latest strategies and technologies of Huawei's storage solution. Next, let's welcome Mr. Kenneth Zhang, President of Fusion Server Pro Domain, Huawei Computing Product Line. He will be delivering the topic of Working Together to Drive New Value, Fusion Server Pro V6 Launch.
Hello everyone, I'm Kenneth Zhang from Fusion Server Business, Huawei Computing Product Line. First of all, I'm glad to be with you at HC 2020. Due to the pandemic, we meet each other online this year. We can still discuss digital transformation of industry and opportunities with our friends from the ICT industry. Today, the topic of my presentation is Working Together to Drive New Value. We hope to work and innovate with all of you to generate new value across industries. We are embracing the fourth industry revolution powered by intelligent technologies such as AI, IoT, 5G, and bioengineering, which are transforming every facet of human society. Industries are using intelligent technologies and applications. Particularly in 2020, we see faster digital intelligent transformation. Cloud computing and internet are developing rapidly, making remote education, remote office, and conference pervasive. More affairs can be handled online, ranging from enterprise operations to personal affairs. With popularization of big data and AI, connectivity and computing technologies will promote digital transformation of industries. We will see a world where all things can sense, all things are connected, and all things are intelligent. With popularization of 5G, AI, and cloud, the data volume is growing exponentially, especially unstructured data. For example, data volume grows by 40 times as the video evolves from 1080p to 4K and 8K, and by over 6 times from 4K to 4K VR. In 2020, 80% of the new data is unstructured data, but most of it is not effectively utilized. For example, in the internal IT system of Huawei, there are more than 1,290 application modules and 2 types of data, transactional data and analytical data. The volume of the transactional data is about 10 petabytes, supporting companies' main business transactional flows. Analytical data is about 40 petabytes and grows by 1 petabyte per month. Another example is data explosion in Shenzhen. More than 2 million cameras are deployed, which generates 80 petabytes of data per day, stored for 30 days on average. A longer data storage period like 90 days might be required in the future. However, the growing data is not effectively used. Statistics show that less than 10% of data is used and less than 2% is stored. The value of data is untapped. To unlock the potential of data and drive new value, we need to offer massive computing power. Therefore, the demand for computing power will grow exponentially in the future, and the computing solutions will be constantly improved. Data centers will become larger and computing will be pervasive. To tap the value of the fast-growing data volume in this digital age, digital transformation of traditional computing hardware is a must, which help shatter bottlenecks, improve OM efficiency, and reduce power consumption. The boundary between traditional data centers and computing hardware will be broken. First, we need to shatter computing bottlenecks. Server performance used to rely on CPUs. The CPU determines hardware performance but fails to meet the computing power requirements of different loads, so resource allocation is unbalanced and costs increase. Second, we need to improve OM efficiency. The OPEX of a manual OM is high. For a data center with 10,000 servers, it will take a team 1 week to complete only material inventorying. But the team still fails to obtain device status information in real time. The software upgrade and system OM require more OM resources and higher costs, which limit large-scale deployment of computing power. Third, computing devices are power-intensive. A device with higher computing power consumes more energy. If the power consumption of traditional computing hardware continues to grow, the power costs of devices remain high, and a large number of resources are consumed in the equipment room, such as power distribution and cooling. Therefore, traditional hardware and data centers need to be reconstructed with intelligent technologies. We hope to improve single-node computing power and increase the computing power deployment density with optimized hardware architecture and engineering capabilities. We will streamline the Level 1, Level 2 linkage of data centers and adopt intelligent technologies for convenient OM. We will shelter the boundary between data centers and the traditional hardware and build intelligent hardware and data centers. The server R&D of Huawei was established in 2002 and has been innovating to address challenges. Being customer-centric, we are building a better computing platform. As a connectivity-based world is evolving to a computing-based one, we adopt intelligent acceleration technologies to advance computing power and improve performance. First, we keep pace with Intel by making our next-generation servers run on the latest Intel processor. Second, the tiered storage technology and storage accelerator module are used to improve system boot by 3 times. Storage acceleration boosts the data rate and write IOPS by 66%. Third, in virtualization and cloud scenarios, the intelligent NICs leverage offload technologies to free up to 15% processor resources. Fourth, we support a flexible expansion of heterogeneous accelerator modules. For example, a 2-socket server with 7 Atlas 300 accelerator cards supports 560-channel video analytics in real time, improving computing power by more than 50 times. The ever-growing data center poses huge challenges on OM. The efficient and cost-effective OM has become top concerns of customers. Huawei is also making constant efforts to address this pain point. Huawei delivers 5 intelligent management features for hardware assets, software versions, fault, and system-level energy efficiency, which improve OM efficiency and reduce costs based on full server lifecycle. For example, the intelligent OM technology integrates AI algorithms to predict a fault 7 to 30 days before it occurs, and even isolate network faults in the future. We improve network saving at 3 levels, covering the single node, cabinet, and data center. The Level 1 and Level 2 of the equipment room can be linked to maximize the total energy efficiency ratio. These intelligent features are increasingly deployed in data centers. We hope they can continuously help customers improve OM efficiency and device deployment density. Huawei has also been committed to the long-term and stable collaboration with industry partners. This slide shows collaboration between Huawei and partners. The partners of Huawei Fusion Server Pro intelligent servers cover hardware and software of all modules, including the processor, component, OS, basic software, and application software. Through R&D investment and extensive cooperation, Huawei has built faster, stronger, and smarter x86-based servers, jointly advancing the computing industry and empower industry digital transformation. Every year, when Intel launches the latest processor, Huawei will launch the next generation server running on that Intel technology. This partnership has lasted for 20 years and will continue in the future. The mainstream products are the Fusion Server Pro V5 series. All V5 series servers are equipped with Intel Cascade Lake Refresh and the latest Optane persistent memory. On June 19th, Huawei launched the Fusion Server Pro 2488H V6, a full 4K server running on the third gen Intel Copper Lake. By end of this year, Huawei is expected to launch other V6 models. Huawei also works with software partners to promote innovation and offer diversified solutions. For example, back to July 2012, Huawei became the first global technical partner of SAP in China. Over the past 8 years, Huawei has partnered with SAP to build the industry-leading SAP HANA solutions. This year, Fusion Server Pro V6 has passed the SAP Appliance certification. Huawei VMware vSAN Ready nodes with all flash storage and hybrid storage series, including 2-socket and 4-socket servers, feature hyper-convergency and flexible scalability. Looking ahead, Huawei will join hands with partners to innovate and provide a faster, stronger, and smarter computing platform. Today, Huawei will also present to you one of its latest products. Please watch our video. It's my great honor to announce that Huawei launches a Fusion Server Pro 2488H V6, the next generation intelligent server. It's a 2U 4-socket intelligent server powered by the latest third Intel Gen Xeon scalable processor. It's ideal for cloud computing, virtualization, HPC, databases, and AI. It provides higher general purpose AI computing power and larger memory. It supports 4 third Intel Gen Xeon scalable processors, each with up to 250 watts and 112 cores, providing super general-purpose computing power. It also supports Intel's latest Optane PM200 series and provides 48 slots for up to 18 terabyte memory capacity. It also offers powerful AI computing for inference and training with up to 560 flops computing power. Thanks to this ultimate performance, Huawei Fusion Server Pro 2488H V6 is the next generation intelligent server for industrial digital transformation. That's all for my presentation today. Huawei is looking forward to working with global customers and partners. Fusion Server Pro brings innovative technologies, products, and solutions, and the ecosystem plus collaboration concept. We will work together to drive new value. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth Zhang. Now, let's welcome Mr. Michel Abu-Dewan from Intel Global Account Team. He will be sharing the topic of unleashing the potential of data with third-gen Intel Xeon Scalable Platform.
Hello to our global partners and customers, and welcome to Huawei Connect from Intel offices in sunny Dubai. First, I really hope you and your families are keeping safe and healthy. My name is Michel Abu-Dewan, and I'm part of the global account team at Intel managing Huawei, and I'm very pleased to be with you virtually today. To start with, Huawei has been a very strong partner and customer for Intel. As you can see, we have been collaborating for the last 2 decades in areas such as enterprise data center computing, public cloud, and network infrastructure. The journey started in 2001, signing a partnership with R&D servers efforts. Then in 2017, we signed an MOU to accelerate high-performance computing innovation. And in 2018, Huawei launched their first Intel Select solution for NFVI for their Fusion Sphere and Fusion Storage at Huawei Connect. In 2019, and right after Intel Data-Centric Innovation product launch, Huawei launched their Fusion Server Pro V5 running our 2nd Gen Xeon processor and persistent memory. And this year, Huawei again launched their new Fusion Server Pro V6 running our 3rd Gen Xeon processors with our latest persistent memory and other components. We've been investing in platform technologies designed to unleash the full potential of data. Our strategy is very clear and well-defined, and we are uniquely positioned to enable the world's high needs to move, store, and process data. On the move area, from Ethernet to photonics to switches, we are positioned to unleash the potential of high-performance computing and remove any network connectivity bottleneck. A data-centric infrastructure must also store massive amount of data with the ability to quickly access that data for real-time insights. All this available to you with our breakthrough innovation in memory with Optane and TLC technologies. Finally, our long investments in CPU from the Xeon, which is our foundation of today's data center, to Atom for specific low-powered workloads, as well as our XPU offerings of FPGAs, GPUs, Movidius, and Habana, a company that we recently acquired, all designed to accelerate workloads even further. All this with a software and a system-level approach to remove performance bottlenecks wherever they exist. And last but not least, our ecosystem partners who will adopt all those products and components and be able to build and innovate to deliver industry-leading platform. Let's have a closer look on our Intel Xeon Scalable roadmap. So in 2019, last year, we launched our 2nd Gen Xeon Scalable processors targeting 1 to 8 sockets, that is codenamed Cascade Lake. Then we launched our Cascade Lake Refresh with the RSQs, and then recently we launched our Copper Lake, which is our 3rd Gen Intel Xeon Scalable processors and targeting 4 to 8 sockets. I would like to also mention that our Ice Lake with Whitley platform remains on track for later this year. And our 2021 Xeon Scalable processor, codenamed Sapphire Rapids, just powered on, and it is here to reaffirm our commitment to delivering the most advanced CPU for AI. Our next generation AI acceleration feature, called Intel Advanced Matrix Extension or AMX, will further increase training and inference program and continue to improve the total cost of ownership of our customers. With almost 35 million processors deployed, Xeon is the foundation of the world's data-centric infrastructure. It delivers built-in AI acceleration with Intel DL Boost, enhanced with BFloat 16, persistent memory leadership with the new Intel Persistent Memory 200 series, and flexibility with enhanced Intel Speed Select technology, providing user controls over the base and turbo frequencies of specific cores to maximize performance of the highest priority workloads. Enterprises, clouds, and comm service providers looking to accelerate their most data-driven initiatives will experience an average of 1.9x performance gain and up to 1.98x higher database performance. If we look on this slide, all of this can deliver up to 1.93x increase in training performance, accelerating time to model deployment, and making more frequent retraining practical to keep AI systems up to date. And last but not least, up to 1.9x increase in inference performance. Additionally, with our intense focus on software, we have increased the number of Xeon optimized topologies from 24 at the launch of the 1st Gen Xeon Scalable to more than 100 topologies across 16 usages with the launch of our 3rd Gen. On this slide, let's talk a bit more about our breakthrough in memory innovation. So common across all workloads is the need of data. But today's memory storage hierarchy has gaps that require trade-offs between capacity, speed, cost, and persistence. At the top of this pyramid, we can see, and we will notice that the cost is high and the capacity is small. While at the bottom of the pyramid, we will see that the capacity is virtually unlimited, but access to data is slow. The gap between the performance storage and DRAM is really big. Intel has been systematically investing to remove those trade-offs by closing the gaps with our Intel 3D NAND SSDs, enabling higher capacity, to Intel Optane SSDs for fast caching and storage, to obtain persistent memory, offering higher capacity than DRAM at lower cost, while retaining its data even when power is off, unlike DRAMs. Since delivering persistent memory last year, we've seen incredible momentum. We have over 270 production deal wins. Our proof of concept to scale conversion rate is over 85%. More than 200 proof of concepts or deployments are in Fortune 500 companies. And our customers are using persistent memory across a variety of workloads with tangible and measurable benefits. They're seeing lower operational costs, increased utilization of CPU and memory, efficiency improvement through increased capacity, faster time to insights, and less downtime and better workloads performance. With up to 4.5 terabyte total memory per socket and around 18 terabyte of in-memory data in a 4-socket system, and an average of 25% higher memory bandwidths, and over 225 times faster CPU access to persistent data comparing to mainstream NAND SSDs, the Intel Optane Persistent Memory 200 series is our newly launched Optane Persistent Memory products to make big data analytics possible in real time. Finally, with our new 3D NAND SSD D7 P5500 and P5600, we are able to provide rapid read and write access to large amount of data ready for support the intense requirements of AI and analytics. These drivers deliver up to 40% lower latency and 33% better performance than prior generation of NVMe NAND. Finally, and at the end, I would like to leave with a thought or a statement that Huawei will always be a very strong and important partner to Intel, and we will continue our joint marketing, promotion, and ecosystem build-out. We believe through our close collaborations, our customers will be able to enjoy the latest and greatest technology offering from Huawei and Intel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Michel Abu Diwan. Now, let's welcome Mr. David Chen, Director of Computing Business Department, Huawei. He will be talking about the topic of Ascend to Pervasive Intelligence.
Hello, everyone. My name is David, Director of Computing Business of Huawei International Cloud and AI Business Department. Today, my presentation theme is Ascend to Pervasive Intelligence. According to the prediction of Gartner, IDC, and Huawei GRV 2025, the coming 5 years will see 3 major trends. Explosive growth of connections and data volume, with data volume increasing from 44 GB to 180 GB. Rapid increase of intelligent devices and edge computing capabilities, with the number of connected devices increasing from 34 billion to 150 billion. Cloud, edge, device synergy driving the innovation of heterogeneous computing architecture, with AI workloads in data centers increasing from less than 10% to 80%. Over the next 5 years, data, computing power, and AI computing will be pervasive, with the profound development of data, computing, and algorithms. An era of innovation explosion is dawning. To accelerate intelligent transformation of industries, Huawei provides a full-stack all-scenario AI solution based on DaVinci architecture. Huawei is committed to providing the most powerful AI computing solution, ensuring the ultimate performance of each product. Huawei AI products have significant advantages in computing power and energy efficiency. In addition to hardware, we have also provided a series of simple, easy-to-use development software, including the chip enablement component, CAN 3.0, dual-chain Mind Studio, and Ascent application enablement, MindX 1.0. In addition, Huawei released the MindSport AI framework to facilitate AI developers. MindSport supports TensorFlow and PyTorch. Next, I would like to share with you several AI cases. The first case I would like to share is about how AI helps fight COVID-19. In February this year, in the midst of the COVID-19 outbreak, Huawei worked with partners, including algorithm vendors and the European system integrators, to quickly launch the solution after more than 2 months of efforts. We can see that traditionally, doctors need 10 to 15 minutes to analyze images, and the accuracy is only 90%. During the pandemic, medical workers face really heavy workload. With Atlas 800 inference server, it takes only 10 to 20 seconds to complete image diagnosis, with accuracy improved to 99%. This means drastic reduction of error rate by 100 or even 1,000 times, and it greatly reduces the burden of doctors. Currently, AGS of Italy has introduced this solution to hospitals in Italy and Poland, and the solution is being used and deployed on larger scale. Here is the third case I would like to share. ITV is the world's leading developer for the intelligent AxonX software. Since 2003, the company has begun creating groundbreaking technologies that drive the safety and security industry forward. In 2019, ITV started to work with Huawei in the AI field based on the Atlas 800 model 3000. AI functions include smoke and fire alarm, perimeter protection, and the protection equipment check. By the end of August, more than 50% of the functions have been migrated. The remaining functions are expected to be migrated by the end of October. The Atlas card is based on the Huawei-developed Ascent AI processor and uses the innovative DaVinci architecture to provide the industry's most powerful AI computing. The CPU of the server is based on Huawei-developed Kunpeng processor and benefits from the multi-core concurrency capability of the ARM architecture. As such, the Atlas server has powerful parallel computing capabilities and provides customers with cost-effective AI computing platform solutions. Huawei Atlas solution supports AI processing of more than 500 channel high-definition videos and supports the high-performance neural network object tracker of the AxonX platform. For AI to flourish in all industries, we need to build a robust ecosystem. AI faces two major challenges in the ecosystem. The first challenge is basic software. So, what is the basic software? In fact, basic software includes algorithms and frameworks. There are various frameworks for different industries, including machine vision models and the natural language processing models. However, for so many industries, there is still huge room for basic algorithms, models, and frameworks, which is a challenge for basic software. The second challenge is the lack of industry-facing applications. In this regard, we are still at the very initial phase. To cope with these situations, Huawei has proposed two ecosystem building initiatives. The first is to collaborations with academia in teaching and scientific research. The core idea is to cultivate talents for the entire AI industry through cooperation with universities. The second is to collaborate with the developer community and provide open source support for developers and industry customers. The core idea is to help developers quickly access AI use cases and migrate services. To support these two ecosystem initiatives, Huawei has proposed 5 partners programs, including programs for OEM partners, ISV partners, universities, startups, and developers. We aim to foster an ecosystem of healthy, robust, and sustainable development. At the same time, Huawei actively participates in activities hosted by the various organizations, including industry alliances. The core idea is to combine the forces in this industry. At the same time, we are actively promoting openness and cooperations in the integrated equipment field. Regarding the AI ecosystem, actually, our work started from the second half of last year. Up to now, 60 universities around the world have provided Ascent-related courses. We have developed 40,000 developers, over 100 ISV partners, and over 120 industry-facing applications. In the future, we look forward to working with partners to jointly drive the development of AI around the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. David Chen. Now, let's welcome Mr. Liu Jiang, COO of Cloud and Business Group, Huawei APAC, and Mr. Jonathan Defensor de Luzurgiat, President of Philippine Software Industry Association and CEO and President of Spring Valley. They will be sharing about Huawei Spark-A Deep Tech Accelerator.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Liu Jiang, the Chief Digital Officer of Huawei Cloud and AI Business Group for the APAC region. I'm delighted to be able to introduce Huawei Spark, a Deep Tech Accelerator program, to all of you today. I'd like to cover 3 subjects in the next 10 minutes. What is Huawei Spark? Why are we doing this? Who are we looking for? How can you, the startups and partners, benefit from this program? Huawei Spark is a hybrid accelerator program which we launched in August 2020 for deep tech startups that have a business in Asia Pacific. Why Spark? Human is a highly collaborative creature which separates us from the rest on this planet, and we have achieved amazing things by working together. Now, in the age of digital, the interface between the physical and digital world are so blurred, things like borders, nationalities have a less bearing on our progress ever. So while Huawei is pushing the frontier of technology for a better world, we can't do this alone, period. So we need to build an ecosystem of collaboration, and startup are right in the middle of this, which is why we launched Huawei Spark, to incubate and accelerate this community as a friend and as a partner. Like any organic systems, startup ecosystem rely on a few nutrition elements in order to survive. Investment, the initial fuel to jumpstart the startups. Platform, the skeleton that built to support and advance the initiatives with your investors, with your academics and the governments. Education, training and coaching on your product development, sales and marketing in order to support the founding team to be a better team. Sales and marketing, which is your enterprise and consumers as end customer of your company. Last but not least, the technology. The most common provider of this ecosystem is your typical VCs and incubators who focus on the 4 areas, but not the technology. In the recent years, you have the second type of stakeholders, the technology service provider who is filling in the technology gap. So when we designed Huawei Spark, we made sure we have our own USPs, a set of unique service proposition, and we focus on 3 things. Sales and marketing, given our global presence in both consumer and enterprise market. Platform itself, and more importantly, the technology. Now, let me talk about the tech foundation of this program. Huawei Spark builds on our technological leadership in terms of 5G, AI, and cloud. It is ideal for deep tech startups, given we provide open hardware, open source software, and we very much focus on what we do the best, so you can focus on yours. For example, we will look at architectural innovation, microprocessors, chipset development, and cloud services. We'll provide an open source OS and AI framework, so you can really focus on developing your own appliance, services, and applications. The bottom line is this: we won't do application and we won't touch data. In Chinese, we say, 君子有所为，有所不为, which means a gentleman does only what's right, not what is wrong. So what type of startups do we like to support? As mentioned earlier, we are looking for startups with technology at its core. Those who are focused on using of AI, IoT, edge computing, etc. So from industry perspective, we focus on a number of verticals such as finance, manufacturing, energy, and so on and so forth. Subject to the startup's maturity, we'll provide 2 tiers of support: the incubator tier and accelerator tier. The incubator tier focuses on a medium to long-term support, like a year, really focus on the growth of your business organically. In comparison, the accelerator tier is designed to achieve a specific business outcome, such as product launch, client acquisition, fundraising in a sprint of 4 to 6 months. So what are the value proposition behind the 2 tiers? So the incubator tier will provide a financial support in terms of cloud credits for up to 125,000 US, AI development fund of 100,000 US. It also comes with a set of service support such as cloud migration, consulting, and training, etc. Now, once a startup is admitted to the accelerator tier, in that case, you enter a 4 to 6 months long acceleration program, which comes with an additional 3 types of support. These are your go-to-market support, mentoring and networking, and Sparkfire. Let me give you a bit more detail in the next few slides. Go-to-market support is all about assisting you in improving your brand awareness and expanding your network and enter a new market. For example, we will invite our startups to our annual global events, such as Huawei Connect in Shanghai, participating in the regional events such as Spark Competition. That comes with a really good regional and global media exposure, followed by featured interviews and articles with tier 1 and tier 2 medias. We also host regular networking events which provide you with a platform to share your thought leadership with enterprise and venture capital firms. Lastly, our Go China program provides you with an express way of expanding your services and product into this giant market. Let's face this, around 70 to 90% of startups will fail. That is a cold and hard fact. According to Forbes, mentor startups grow 3 times faster and raise 7 times more money. That is vital to startups' longevity. So we set up this advisory committee that is made of subject matter experts, industry and enterprise opinion leaders, a panel of VC firms, government agencies, and of course our own executive sponsors to ensure that you get the right type of coaching and mentorship at the right time. We're of course also hosting monthly networking events, and we do 2 roadshow or demo day to showcase your product and service to the potential client and investors twice a year. Sparkfire, the jewel in the crown. If you are a founder of a startup, then you know the most critical part of building a successful startup is its growth, and growing fast and do not stop. The crux of growth is turning 0 to 1. Now, whether it's just securing your first POC, signing your first contract, or winning a reference customer. Personally, I had 2 of my own startups in the past. I also worked for several MNCs over 16 years, so I've experienced the challenges for both sides. As a corporation, they're constrained by the corporate governance on who they can work with, how to work with them, how to get them to onboard you, which is an awfully long, painful process. That's why they work with the likes of IBM, Accenture, and knowing the solution may come from a third party. At the same time, startups are struggling to get access to these MNCs, even though they may have the right technology and know-how. So Sparkfire is what we designed to bridge this gap, to enable you to overcome these hurdles. We achieve this by offering 3 modes of support: sell to, sell with, and sell through. Sell to mode means we open ourselves as a potential client to startups if we see the right fit. Today, as a company with a revenue of 123 billion in 2019, we're working with thousands of service providers of all sizes, and I certainly hope you're the next. Sell with mode provides you with a width and depth of prospects from our existing client portfolio. Our global sales force becomes eyes and ears for your solution. When I see a problem statement that matches with your solution, we will introduce you to our clients, and we'll also facilitate the engagement process. Lastly, sell-through mode. It puts you on an unparalleled platform with access to 600 million mobile users via our HMS system and app gallery. Also, millions of enterprise users through our cloud marketplace. So in short, Sparkfire is the door opener and the growth engine for your success. Now, let me give you the next level of detail of a SparkFire program by showing you the process of the 6 months long acquisition program, in which we'll start getting you ready by onboarding your solution to our platform, polish your pitch. We'll then move on to the prospecting phase of doing client profilings, developing pipelines, and qualified deals. The goal is to land the initial meetings with the potential clients, then you quickly move on to a POC phase and expand it to other buying centers in order to close the deal. The entire process in terms of mentoring, consulting support is all guided and facilitated by Huawei. As much as we focus on startups, the other side of the equation is our partners. Whether you are accelerator, incubators, corporate ventures, VC firms, we encourage you to join us as a partner. In return, we'll open our portfolio companies to you to find a solution and to invest. We also help your portfolio companies to grow through the Spark program, being a trusted advisors to you, given our technology and innovation leadership. To wrap this up, I want to summarize everything with one essential question: why joining Huawei Spark? What makes it unique? To answer this, we need to go right back to the core of Huawei's mission, which is to build a fully connected and intelligent world. That is not a fluffy marketing statement, as we have spent 30 years to prove this. We have proven to the world with our technological and innovation leadership, breakthrough in basic science, connectivity, smart devices, and 5G, just to name a few. We then materialize that into a wide range of product and services offerings, which are all well received by hundreds and thousands of enterprise, governments, and millions of consumers globally. So now, to make all of that relevant to you, my friends, we have now launched Huawei Spark, one of the very best startup accelerator program designed for deep tech startups. So join us, let us help you to grow together. Thank you. Now, to make this more relevant in the context of Philippine startup community, Huawei is working with PSIA, Philippine Software Industry Association, to bring Huawei Spark program to Philippine startups. We as an organization are looking forward to build this prosperity with our partners and customers in Philippines.
Gandang araw po sa kanilang lahat. My name is Jonathan Defensor de Luzuriaga. People in the industry call me JDL. I am the president of the Philippine Software Industry Association, and I am also the CEO and president of Spring Valley. I'm very excited for today as we introduce another initiative from Huawei, which is the Huawei Spark program. For those who know, the Philippine Software Industry Association is the premier association for software development here in the Republic of the Philippines. And one of our projects is actually called Spring.ph, which tries to enhance the startup ecosystem here in our country. With the entry of the Huawei Spark program, we are introducing another vehicle for Philippine startups to become global and eventually become the first Philippine unicorn. So once again, thank you so much to Huawei and more power to the Huawei Spark program. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. Liu Jiang and Mr. Jonathan Defensor de Luzuriaga. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes to the end of today's event. I would like to thank you all for joining us today. We are looking forward for you all to create new value together, explore trends and opportunities in industry digitalization.